Hey there. Alright, so we've got our shape here in MODO and we made it all really nice. So this is a single surface, so now we're going to export it. Export, select the layers and OBJ. Okay. I'm going to put it on the desktop. What was our other OBJ? Whatever, untitled is fine because we just need to move it over. I don't even know what that's saying, but whatever. Let's just go back to Rhino. Okay, here's our file. Okay, so now that we did that, we no longer need this. So let's just import, get our OBJ, untitled OBJ. Okay. Okay, so Y to Z is already there. Okay, boom, there it is, where it needs to be. So this is our bottom surface. Bottom surface. Change the layer. Okay, so this is bottom surface. Now we're gonna do a couple of things. Just hide this for a second. Take this. And just change the layer. Coloring. So by layer. Alright, now we're gonna go to SubD tools. We're gonna convert this to SubD. Delete the input, yes, boom. Alright, so this is SubD now. Now we're gonna make it smooth, and then we're gonna click on it. You see how it's one surface? No divisions. You see the edge beautifully? Alright, so we get this, and then we go to here, convert to NURBS. Same thing, delete input, yes. Boom. Now we've got our one surface. Let me just go to display and surface ISO curves off. Alright, now we bring our outsole back and we have our beautiful surface matching this. Okay, now we go wild on Grasshopper. So let's go to, let's just keep it like this because sometimes you wanna give, but you know how it's wonky? Let's make it unwonky. CS, enter. Okay, so now we're just gonna go like that. And for shape making purposes, let's just add, let's just double click here, keep one window, and halfway was fine. Keep one window for like making patterns. Okay, so now we have our shoe here. This window is for making patterns. Okay, top view. Somewhere over here will make patterns. Let's just do a rectangle, square rectangle. Let me go to here. Just make one layer here, patterns, and then go to the patterns. Alright, so now we go click, hold shift to make a square. Okay, so just do a save here. It's Grasshopper time, baby. Alright, let's do it. Let's type Grasshopper, launch that damn thing, drink some coffee. Come on, Grasshopper. Okay, we're done with MODO, so we don't need MODO. Let's just kill it. Don't need to waste power or save. Bye. Alright, done with MODO. So it's a fresh one. So just double click here, type SRF for surface. This one. Close this. Okay, let's save this file, save as, save document. I'm gonna put it in the same folder, which is Desmond Design Club. Let's say outsolification. Outsolification. Save. Alright, now this is our surface. This one is just for looks. So we don't, the outsole we can lock it. Okay, this is our surface. Let's just set one surface, and then we don't even need to have our surface visible. So let's collect. Okay. Alright, so we've got that now. We've got our surface. Now we're gonna go to paneling tools. Paneling tools. Okay. Now we're gonna add here a grid. Panel. Wait a minute. First we need a grid. Okay. so it's this one, surface domain number. Click that there, connect this to that. Okay, here's our grid. Now type 100, enter, and then click that, drag it. As you drag it, click Alt to make another one, shove that there, shove that here. Now you see what's happening. You can control the number of tiles. Okay. Now we've got tiles, and then we can have like attractors, but we already made the curves, so we don't have to deal with doing that. But we can also add different attractors and push and pull this thing in multiple directions. Okay, and obviously you get everything, definition, everything I do here. All right, so we've got this guy. Now let's add some. Actually, you can add any 3D shape that you want now. So, and it can be nerds, it can be mesh, it can be whatever. I had an ant on me. All right, let's see. And then there's also Launchbox, but just for example, on Launchbox, it's so simple. Like let's say you want one of these panels, right? The diamond or the hexagon. Look at this hexagon. You just take the surface, shove it in there. You got the hexagon panels. See that? If I turn this, if you click here, you middle click, you make it invisible. See those panels? And you can obviously control how many. Oh, well, this is not controlling anything because it's not connected. But here, U, there you go, see? V. So you can control how many panels you got. But we want our own custom. Okay, so let's just forget this one. Just click, delete, okay. So click here, make it visible. I'm gonna go there. Make this as kind of like square-ish. Okay, that's good. Alright, so let's do our own custom. And in order to do that, we need one more thing. My whole thing about Grasshopper is make this definition as short as possible. I don't like those really crazy, insane definitions. I don't like crazy, insane anything. It's like it just hurts your head. Alright, so the name of the game is make it cool with the fewest moves. It's like chess, like win, checkmate with the fewest moves. Same thing in life. Win with the fewest moves. Alright, so what's the next thing I need to like add anything I want here? So, and in order to get that, you have to do a little bit. You have to have a balance between modeling and grasshopperification. Grasshoppery. All right, let's see. So we go to. It's gonna have the system is gonna have such a hard time picking up that word when we do the captions. Okay, anyways, so let's see. We are, oh wait, let's go back to paneling tools, and then paneling tools, 3D, and we want this one, orient to grid. So this one here, okay. So this one needs a grid, and then it needs here, pattern object. This can be anything, shape, lines, whatever. This SI here stands for, this shifts the grid, and then don't have to do anything there. But this one, base point, you might not need any of that. So let's just keep this here for a second. All right, now here, let's say we have some kind of pattern. I don't know what pattern you want, and we want this to be a tileable pattern. So that's why we have the square. So what kind of pattern are we gonna do here? I mean, anything you want. So let me see here. So we have this. What do I care about? What kind of pattern? Actually, you can even do like super cool things. You can just go to copy like tileable patterns, and I have like a million already tileable patterns, so I'll share this with you too, tileable patterns. So let me see, I have it, I put it somewhere, let me see where I put it. Let me go to desktop, let me go to all, and then texture libraries. Okay, like this one is a cool one. That's not enough. Let me see, I have it in Dropbox. Let's go to texture libraries, and then I have a million, but we want only tileable patterns. So which one? Quad. Okay, so we have a million patterns over here, but we don't want these like really insane ones. Let me just but we want to do a pattern that we're not going to take forever to trace, so something simple, because tracing patterns is annoying. Zigzag, I don't know, what do we feel like doing this? I mean, just pick anything, right? Smooth, wooden. Let me see what the organic one says. Where's the organic one? Ika organized all of this, but she's insane. Doing all this. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Come on, show me what you got. But these might all be normals. They're all normals. I just want the black and white patterns. Full pattern, tessellation. You know what? I'm not feeling any of these patterns. Let's just go online. Okay, so if we go online and we go, I don't know, cool tileable pattern. Cool tileable pattern. Images. See what we like here. See if there's anything that stands out. Yeah, all those like organic things. Okay, let's see. Organic tileable pattern. Okay. That's a gecko. Same gecko. Alright. Where are you? I kind of like this one. I do like this one. I'm feeling this one. So let me just get this one. Boom. That's too. This one is perfect. Okay, let me save this. Can I copy image? Sometimes you can copy image. Go to Rhino. Type paste. Yeah. Okay. You're gonna have to deal with save this and do that. Whatever. Let me just shove this in here. Move this. And here. Put that there. Scale. Put that there. And then scale. 1D. Let's see if this is truly tileable. Copy. It's tileable. Beautiful. Alright. So let's go back. Ding ding. Okay. So all we're doing here is just quickly tracing this. So that's our pattern. That's the shape. And we want to trace it. But we have to make sure that everything lines up very nicely. So in order to do that, and then let me just do copy again. Let me just go boom, boom, boom. And you can do this with any pattern. Just lock these bad boys. Now we can trace. Okay. So wait a minute. We want to unlock this for a second. Copy. Actually, yeah, let me do this. Do it again. Okay. Now we get all of these. Lock it. Okay. Alright, so now let's do it because I'll show you why I do this. Alright, let me just trace. Trace, trace. Trace, trace. I mean, it doesn't have to be super perfect, but the only thing that matters is that when you cut, they line up perfectly. Otherwise, it'll be a nightmare. So you can do this with any tileable pattern, and then there's like a million ways to make tileable patterns. So, and you can find infinite tileable patterns. So that's not a problem. And if you feel bad about who made this pattern, find out who made this pattern, and when you sell some shoes, send them some money. And then don't feel bad about taking their pattern. Just send the money. Be like, hey, I use your pattern, I love it. Here's some money. Everyone would love that. So there you go. Instead of complaining and feeling bad, just give them money. Never complain. Complaining gets you nowhere. I mean, we all do it. I do it too, but I try to stop myself because it just makes you feel bad. Like, nobody cares. It's annoying. Alright, let's see. Oh, don't you love these design/therapy sessions we have together? Alright, let's see. You don't have to be perfect, right? Just enjoy yourself when you do this. You can always adjust it. I'll show you how we're going to deal with that kink over there. But we will, because I don't like kinks. Okay, let's see. Again, you know, you don't want a pattern that's too patterny because you'll be here tracing forever. And then that makes you hate this. So there's a balance. That's the key to everything, balance. Key to happiness. I'm just going to double click here because this is driving me bananas. Being so small. Okay, click, 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 whatever. So yeah, you get all these files. Just join the Desmia Design Club. Obviously the tutorials are free. I'm doing tutorials. I don't charge for tutorials ever, because you don't make money until you do the work, until you sell these shoes. Like, make them, sell them, but today you can get a 3D printer in your basement. Go live in your parents' basement, get a 3D printer, sell shoes, make money, never work for a company. Or if you work for a company, start doing this on the side till you make enough money and get out of there. Because, come on, no one wants to be owned by anyone. And let's cut the shit here. Forget those things they tell you with family and all that stuff. Family doesn't fire family unless they're sick families. You don't want to work for a sick family. Alright, let's see. Sick in the head, I mean. No, just... Okay. So let's just... No, move this, delete this, delete that, delete that. No, there's one more. It's always one. The rule of one. Haven't you noticed when you drive somewhere, there's always one guy, like no matter where you are, it could be like in the middle of nowhere. One guy shows up to like crash on you. Alright, let's see. Boom. We call that the rule of one. It's always one. Alright, let's see. So now we remove this. Okay, so this kink, let's join these guys. Join. And then now that we join them, we can click here and delete this thing. Okay, now we're smooth again. Okay, these are too close, they're going to create like something tight, so let's just move that. Alright, so this is tileable now. Let's just go boom, trim, boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay. So we don't go insane. Let me just grab this cube and we'll lock it. Okay, so this should be totally tileable. So now, let's go here, double click, type CRV, stands for curve, click that, say select multiple curves, and then select all of these. Okay, so now all these curves are there. Now, we're done here. Let me click there, let me click here. Okay, so we're done with that piece. I'm focusing on this piece. Let me just select this again. What can I select here? Nothing. Okay. Nice. It's rotating good about it. Okay. So now that we have this curve, let me just save this once in case it crashes. Save this guy and connect this to that. Now you have your curves tiling. Some of them are sinking in there, so let me just remove the outsole so you can see what's happening. Okay, you see how that's tiling now? So like anything you do, oh, but I see something off. See, okay, so that's why we didn't totally. Something is not tiling. What's not tiling? Okay, so let's just, you hold Control to release that, and then let me go back here. Let me go to top view for now. Top. Okay. So let's see. Let me just group these guys. Copy. What's not tiling here? So it tiles in that direction. Let me copy the whole thing. Like this. Because I need something to snap to. Okay, so this. Something's not tiling. Okay. So this isn't tiling. So let's do this. Okay. So we want to make sure everything tiles. Alright, so in order to do that, you have to. Now let me just boom, 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 boom. We're gonna clear the curves here, clear, and then we're gonna ungroup this stuff. Yeah, ungroup all. Okay, now we want these guys to connect. So just click that, move that there. But we want everything smooth again. Okay, so this one though needs another one. So this one needs to be like this. Okay, and then these guys also don't connect. Okay. Let me just remove the gumball because it's driving me bananas. Gumball. Okay. So just check the edges now. All four corners. I'm moving. Make sure you're not moving. You grab the point only. Okay. Just moving the whole thing again. We just want the point. Okay, so for a second, let's just put grasshopper down. Just make this big. Okay. The grasshopper's right here. So moving the whole thing. Okay. You have to do this corner by corner. This is the annoying manual work. But when you make money, you can always hire. Don't hire an employee. Just hire someone as a contractor. Pay him for the job. Say, when you finish and you deliver, I'll pay you immediately, like buying a coffee. And then you get work done, there's no headaches. It's like, give me what I ask, finish it, give it to me, and I'll pay you immediately. And then you have to like honor that you're gonna pay them immediately. Don't ever pay them late. That's the worst thing that companies do to us. They pay us late, especially when you're a contractor. It sucks. Like the bigger they are, the longer they take. I don't know, like why they take so long to pay. It's like the easiest thing. The hardest thing is to do the work. Paying is like just press a few buttons. You don't have to have any intelligence to pay. Just you can literally be a monkey, a wild monkey, and press buttons. Okay, let's see. I don't understand why those people in charge of finance take forever. The paper people, paper bitch. Okay. Let's see. Oops. Put that there. Put that there. Okay, so let's just do this like this and then say, well, actually, let me just select these guys and hide them for a second. No, don't hide them, just lock them and then select everything and type join, so it joins only these guys. Okay, so now we have to go and delete so things can be smooth. Okay, in all the lines pretty much are gonna have a sharp corner. Okay, so follow the line, just delete the sharp corners, delete that, all of them, so you can do that fast. Delete. Yeah, it feels like it's gonna take forever, but it's not too bad. Okay. Delete that. Sometimes it's persistent. You can always move things. Delete that. Almost done. Okay. Top line. Delete. Delete. Okay. This is the last edge. Delete. The delete key is your best friend, so I have the delete key mapped to my mouse, but you just click it real fast. I have one of those mice. Got it on Amazon for $16. It's a copy of the MX Master Logitech, which I had for years and years and years. And I kept buying them, but they're like $100. You know, nothing should be $100. Like, make it $10. I don't want to pay $100. So, thank you, Amazon. All right, now let's see. Okay, so this is all done. Now let's unlock those other guys that we locked, and then select all of this like this. Well, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this, and we don't need this. So you can select all, and you can type trim, and then you can go boom. Most satisfying thing in the world. You want to trim inside, you know, keep everything inside the line. Boom, boom, boom. Rhino is amazing at this type of stuff. Okay, so now we got our beautiful tileable pattern. Let's save. Let's make this, you know, 1/2 the screen again. We can hide this for now. Okay, back to Grasshopper. Here, set multiple curves. Do that. Enter. Now you can go boom back here. So now there. Look at that. Fully tileable. Just go back to perspective here. Set view. Set view perspective. Come back here. Make this half. Okay. So you know, you can stretch this to your liking. If you don't want it to be too stretched, just reduce the number. Okay, and then from here on, you know, we can turn this into, we can like output this and turn it into surfaces. Oh, we have something happening. Wait a minute, is that happening everywhere? Okay, well, you get my point. And now with this definition, which is, I don't even have to give you the definition, it's so simple. You can follow from the video, you can do it. But yeah, join that design club and you can get these files. Or if you don't want to join the design club, then follow along and look, you either pay $10 and I give them to you, or you just don't pay anything and put in the time and do it yourself by following the video. But we'll conclude this one here, because probably, how long is this episode? 33 minutes. And I'll see you on the next episode. Cheers.